Welcome to class. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about positive and normative economics, central problem of an economy, what is opportunity cost and production possibility frontier. Let's start positive and normative economics. Positive economics deals with what is. Normative economics deals with what ought to be. So it deals with economic problems and how they are actually solved. Normative economics, it tells how economic problem should be solved. No value judgment made on the outcome. Value judgment made on the outcome. It does not involve any value judgments, it involves value judgments. It is based on real fact, it is based on individual opinion and ideal things. It is also called descriptive economics. It is also called policy economics. Example, GDP is increasing at the rate of 8% per annum. What are steps should be taken to achieve 9% growth rate in India? So, these are the difference between positive economics and normative economics. Let's move on to the other one. 3 central problem of an economy. What to produce, in what quantity, how to produce, for whom to produce. The first problem, what to produce and what quantity. This problem involves selection of goods and services to be produced and the quantity to be produced of each selected commodity. So, an economy has to produce those goods and services where there will be maximum social utility. This problem is studied under price theory. So in this, the first problem of central problem of what to produce, which refers to the selection of goods and services to be produced and what is the quantity to be produced of each selected commodity. We have discussed already, every economy has limited resources and thus cannot produce all the goods. More of one goods and services usually means less of others. See, for example, production of more sugar is possible only by reducing the production of other goods. And production of more war goods is possible only by reducing the production of civil goods. Yes, so the economy has to decide which consumer goods like rice, wheat, clothes, etc. and which of the capital goods, machinery, equipments, etc. are to be produced. Economy has to make a choice between civil goods like bread, butter, etc. and war goods, guns, tanks, etc. Yes, after that, we'll decide the goods to be produced. Economy has to decide the quantity of each commodity. It means it involves a decision regarding the quantity to be produced of consumer and capital goods, civil, war goods and so on. Now, let's move on to the second problem. How to produce refers to what technique of production, that is labor intensive or capital intensive, should be used to produce goods. An economy has to select that techniques which maximize the output at minimum cost. This problem is studied under theory of production. So, in the second problem, which refers to selection of techniques to be produced, used for production of goods and services. Generally, techniques are classified as labor-intensive techniques and capital-intensive techniques. What is meant by labor-intensive techniques? More labor, yes, and less capital. Less capital in the form of machines, etc. or is used. What is meant by capital-intensive techniques? There is more capital and less labor utilization. See, for example, a country like India will be using it labor intensive technique it's prefer due to abundance of labor. Country like India will be using it only labor intensive techniques, will prefer only labor intensive techniques due to abundance of labor. Country like USA, England, etc. prefer capital intensive techniques due to shortage of labor and abundance of capital. Yes, now let's move on to the third problem, for whom to produce. It's related to distribution of produced goods and services, that is income and wealth among factors of production in the form of rent, wages, interest, profit. This is explained under the theory of distribution. So this problem refers to selection of category of people who will ultimately consume the commodity, the goods. That is, whether to produce goods for more poor or less rich, and more rich, less poor. Since resources are scarce in every economy, no society can satisfy all the wants of its people. Yes, goods are produced for those people who have the paying capacity. The capacity of the people to pay the goods depends upon the level of income. It means this problem is concerned with distribution of income among the factors of production. What are the factors of production? Land, labor, capital, enterprises. Who contributes in the production process? So, these are three central problems of an economy: what to produce, in what quantity, how to produce, and for whom to produce. Let's move on to the other one. What's your opportunity cost? Opportunity cost is the cost of the next best alternative foregone. Opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the cost of next best alternative foregone. For example, suppose you are working in the bank at a salary of rupees 40,000 per month. Further, suppose you receive two more job offer to work as an executive at rupees 30,000 per month, to become a journalist at rupees 35,000 per month. So, the opportunity cost of working in the bank is the cost of next best alternative foregone. Yes, that is the amount of the goods and services that must be sacrificed to obtain more of any one good. It's called the opportunity cost of the good. Yes. Let's see with another example. Suppose you have 20,000 rupees, okay, and you want to purchase one computer and a LCD TV with 20,000 only in hand. You cannot have both. You can either buy computer or LCD TV. If you decide to purchase computer, then opportunity cost of choosing the computer is the cost of the foregone. Satisfaction from LCD TV. This example clearly demonstrates that fundamental economic condition. Yes, so as our resources are limited, we are always forced to make choices between alternate commodities. Now, let's move on to the other one. Production possibility frontier. Production possibility frontier refers to graphical representation of possible combination of two goods that can be produced with given resources and technology. So, with the given resources and technology, yes, we are going to prefer the graphical representation of only possible combination of two goods that can be produced with the given resources and technology. Let's see with an assumption. The resources available are fixed. The technology remains unchanged. The resources are fully employed. The resources are efficiently employed. The resources are not equally efficient in the production of all products. Thus, if resources are transferred from production of one goods to another, the cost increases. Yes, and in other words, marginal opportunity cost is increases. Yes, now let's discuss with the first point. The resources available are fixed. Yes, the amount of resources in the economy is a fixed. Yes, for example, land is a fixed one. Yes, but this resources can be transferred from one user to the another. Yes. So first point, the resources available are fixed. So we cannot transfer the resources, but the resources can be transferred from one user to the another. With the help of given resources, only two goods can be produced. Third point, the resources are fully and efficiently utilized. Yes, and resources are not equally efficient in production of all the product. When resources are transferred from one production of one goods to another, the productivity will decreases. Assume the level of technology is to be constant. So the assumptions, let's move on to the schedule. Production possibility schedules, possibilities from A to G, guns in units, butter in units. Yes, in the first possibility A, if the economy uses all its resources to produce only guns, then maximum 21 units of guns and no butter can be produced in point A. On the other hand, if that is on possibility G, if the resources they have used only for the butter, then maximum 6 units of butter and no guns can be produced in point G. In between, there are various possibilities with different combination of guns and butter. When point A, B, C, D, E, F and G are joined, we get a curve, that is AG, known as production possibility frontier. Yes, just look at the diagram everyone. X-axis which denotes butter, Y-axis which denotes guns. In the possibility A, whatever may be the resources, they have produced only guns. Yes, that is 21 units of guns and no butter in point A. In the point G, the resources they have used only for the butter, that is 6 units of butter, and no guns can be produced. In between, there are various possibilities like a B, C, D, E and F. Okay, which points A, B, C, D, E, F and G, when you joint, we get a curve. We'll be calling it as a AG. This production possibility frontier. So AG curve shows a maximum limit of production of guns and butter. So far we have discussed about what is difference between positive and normative economics, what is central problem of an economy, what is opportunity cost, production possibility frontier, and the production possibility frontier can be called in different, will be known as by the following names. Example, production possibility curve, transformation curve, transformation frontier, production possibility boundary and transformation boundary. Yes, thank you students.